Am I the a-hole for refusing to cook for my wife's pregnant sister and telling her she has a husband who could do it? I've, 31 male, been married to my wife Sage, 30 female, for 6 years, and we have 2 kids together. I'm a chef and I love to cook, but generally we take turns cooking so neither gets burned out or feels like it's a chore. This is especially helpful when we host others because allergies are big in both our families. When she was pregnant, though, I cooked for her all the time because pregnancy was not easy for Sage and I wanted her to be able to relax and enjoy food instead of being too tired and sick to eat, which is how she was in the very early stages of her first pregnancy. Everyone knew about it, but Sage's sister Gwen, 34 female, brought it up an excessive amount and said she couldn't believe Sage was getting waited on during her pregnancy and that a dude would do that for his wife. It was a touch annoying how much she brought it up. Now Gwen is pregnant with her first child, and she called up out of the blue after her pregnancy announcement to say I should cook and send meals over for her like I did for Sage. At first I thought she was trying and failing to be funny, but nope, she was as serious as a heart attack. I told her I wasn't cooking for her and brought up how random and inappropriate it was to ask like that. She told me we're family and she's pregnant and I should want her to rest as much as I had wanted Sage resting during both of her pregnancies. I told her Sage is my wife, so it's different, and I told her she has a husband to cook for her if that's what she wants. She told me her husband would never and I should try being a good brother-in-law. I told her brother-in-law doesn't equal spouse. Gwen tried to talk Sage into convincing me, but the two of them were never close, so Sage just rolled her eyes and told her where to go. Even she couldn't believe Gwen is for real. Gwen's reaction to being told no by both of us was to run to her parents and tell them I refused to help her out, and she told them she was struggling and had just wanted help. They asked why I couldn't do it occasionally since Gwen's husband is too much of an ass to do it. I told them it was a lot to ask and we weren't that close to Gwen. When Gwen realized her parents hadn't convinced me or convinced Sage to convince me, she called back up and said I was an ass for not helping my family and for rubbing her husband's lack of consideration for her in her face. I'm starting to feel like this will become such a huge deal, and now I'm doubting myself. Am I the a-hole?
Not the a-hole, what a fuck? When I saw the header, I thought maybe your sister-in-law was visiting and you'd refuse to cook for her for some random reason. But no, she's just mad. She put you down for cooking for your pregnant wife and now she's trying to emotionally blackmail you into doing it for her? Ha 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 ha. If I were you, I would send her a recipe book. Or would cook an elaborate meal and send her pictures.
I think it was more she was jealous when I did it for Sage and spoke about it in a very weird way. But now she's pregnant and she wants to benefit from it. But I'm not her husband and it's not on me if she married someone who wouldn't do that for her. I also don't really think she needs it like she claims, or surely she would have brought that up to me or Sage when she tried to convince us. I think she just wants free food that's handed to her ready to eat, lol.
Not the a-hole. Why would she procreate with her do-nothing husband? You don't just get to tag in a brother-in-law because a husband is useless. What else would you be expected to do double duty for? Will you be responsible for diaper changes and child care too when the baby comes? Or child support, like that crazy lady with triplets?
Sage said the same thing. She can't understand marrying someone who is too much of a man to cook for his wife, pregnant or not pregnant, but especially while pregnant. I'd probably be expected to cook for her and all the kids she has over time.
She mocked attentive partners and chose to marry Mr. Manly Man. She gets to deal with what that entails. If she isn't too sick to pester you, then she isn't too sick to order food. She is about to be a mother. It's high time she learns to be resourceful.
Tell her if she wants a husband who treats her well, she shouldn't have married an a-hole.
Am I the a-hole for letting someone skip my bachelorette party and not telling them new details that would have changed their mind? Apologies in advance, as I had a hard time writing the situation in a single sentence. My brother has been trying to push me to get closer to his girlfriend Mary, together 3 months. I've done my best to get to know her, initiating dinners, trying her hobbies with her, etc., but we honestly don't really get along. I personally think she's a snob. She complimented my designer bag, but took the compliment back when she found out it was thrifted. As in literally said, "Yike, I take that back," while she thinks I lack culture and sophistication, also something she's mentioned when trying to convince me to do a makeover with her. The issue is that I'm getting married this year, and my brother has been really trying to get her involved. I put my foot down with the bridal party since they've only been dating for 3 months and I don't know her, but he insisted that I invite her to the bachelorette. It was originally supposed to be super low-key and local. Mary tried to push for something more extravagant, but it really wasn't in my budget. When I wouldn't budge, she told us something came up that weekend and she couldn't go. I was later surprised by my friends who had come together to organize a lavish weekend through favors and points, i.e. one of my friends' aunts works for a spa, so she was able to get discounted packages, another used her travel points to book a suite, etc. I was not told about this, and was truly and happily surprised. The issue is that Mary found out when we posted pictures and she was pissed. My brother is now saying that I deliberately left her out, but she told me she was busy. Mary said that if she had known what the weekend was like though, she would have rearranged her schedule. I feel conflicted because I suspect that my friends didn't tell Mary on purpose, but they're claiming they made these plans after Mary bowed out and didn't reach back out since she was busy. My brother still says I should have double-checked and made more of an effort to let Mary know my plans, so I figured I'd ask the internet for their thoughts.
Not the a-hole. Your brother needs to back off. You don't need to be his snooty girlfriend's bestie. You extended an invitation to your bachelorette. She declined the invitation, feigning she had other plans. Your friends surprised you with a spa weekend. This situation falls into the category of not your problem. If Ms. Snootypatooty's schedule was too busy for a night at Dave & Buster's, she's still too busy for a spa weekend. Your brother is delusional if he thinks his girlfriend matters to anyone but him.
Right. In other words, what Mary is saying is, I don't care about you enough to rearrange to celebrate you, but I do care about me having a good time enough to figure out scheduling in order to have a good time for me.
Not the a-hole. Where does Mary get off? Claiming that you deliberately left her out after she told you she was busy. If she's busy and wouldn't be able to attend. If she really wasn't busy, she lied. Either way, she hasn't got a leg to stand on here. She is a snob, which she proved when she complimented your handbag, but took it back when she found out it came secondhand. It's the same bag, Mary, the same bag. This woman has her priorities wrong. You can only hope your brother wakes up to her nonsense soon and leaves her behind.
OMG, the bag. I have 2 thrifted, authenticated, designer bags that I use regularly. The cheaper one being worth $400, paid $9. I get compliments, and when I tell people they were thrifted, it actually increases their interest. Hope brother has money BC. He's going to be paying full price for her designer bags.
Not the a-hole. It sounds like your brother forced an invite, and she felt it was beneath her and they had plans. Then she found out that it was really cool, and then she was pissed. I'd just reply, she said she had plans, and I accepted that. It's not your job to chase his girlfriend for a friendship that neither of you seem willing to have.
Exactly. How was OP supposed to politely imply the girlfriend was lying when she said she had plans? I'm sorry, I thought your girlfriend was being honest. I'll know better next time.
Not the a-hole. Your friend surprised you with a nice weekend. Operative word surprised. It does sound like she was purposely left off the invite list by your friends who likely know how she has interacted with you in the past. I'm sorry, you both just don't mesh well, and it could have complicated your party. It's done and over, you had a great time, and finally, it's your wedding. You can invite who you want. It's not your brother's decision. She can be a guest, not in the wedding party. Too much, too soon.
What do you think of these stories? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories.